my Gen 1 collection isn't that massive, so I figured I would show all of these, and they are Transformers. So starting at the top left, we have iced over Megatron from the first Michael Bay film. And I think that is Revenge of the Fallen Starscream with the writing on him. I think that's first movie Starscream. Ratchet. Tank Megatron from, I do believe it's Revenge of the Fallen. Thundercracker, which is weird because Thundercracker doesn't appear in any of the Bay films, so. Blackout, I do believe. That toy I don't remember. I got quite a long time ago. Obviously, it's not from a Bay film, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry if it's a little bit dark, but my light doesn't get over here that well. And it's a black bookshelf, as you can see, so it's not all that great. That is basically Jetfire, but with a different name and a different coat of paint. Bay Film Ravage. That I'm not 100% sure. I've had him since I was young, and I just don't know what his name is. I think the purple guy behind the cat is Mudmaster, I do believe. That is Comet Optimus Prime when he comes to Earth in the Michael Bay film. That is, I can't remember right now, it's like Two Side or something. Bumblebee, Blue Streak, and Ironhide in I want to say that's an alternate paint coat that I got. We have like a different version of the Protectobots in their merged state. The arms and the legs come off, and then the middle piece can turn into something. Soundwave from, I do believe it's Revenge of the Fallen, and Scorponok. And let's move my deodorant out of the way here. We have Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Prime. I think either that or its first form, or first movie Prime, I'm not sure. That's Acid Storm, which is basically just a different color coat of paint for Starscream, but on the newer model, like transforming scale for the movies, or the like newer toys. That is a like McDonald's toy Starscream that I've kept for whatever reason. But I mean it's cool, so that is Jazz from the new movies. 2 Mini-Cons. And Optimus Prime from I'm not sure which generation. Now that I think of it, I really don't have that many Transformers anyways, but I do want to show these to everybody. And here we have my piece de resistance, just this is the centerpiece of the room. This entire bookshelf here, actually let me, this isn't planned, but let's just go over here and that entire shelf basically is my, and over there, that entire piece is basically my, I don't know, my, pride and joy. But let's zoom in here. We have Optimus Prime. Now keep in mind, basically every single one of these is a reissue, with the exception of that guy up there. All the toys are reissues. But I feel fine putting them up on what I call the Gen 1 shelf, because the reissues are essentially just the Gen 1 molds used to re-release the toys. So I have no qualms about putting them up there. We have Optimus Prime in a rather beat up box, actually. We have Soundwave, which I don't have the box for anymore, sadly, and Laserbeak is kind of missing his head. We have the Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack of all 3 Insecticons, and an Astro Train, which is actually in the Japanese coloring. Up on top we have an original, like that is the original Swing. I can't remember if that's an original print or not, but that's Sky Links, but I only have the Sky part of him. I don't have Links. We have Megatron in his giant box. If you could get a good scale, it's the size of those two put together almost. And then we have Starscream over there. And the thing that ties it all together is that in the middle, which is the Matrix of Leadership Edition, which is, I do believe, was released for Gen 1's 20th anniversary. And it is the entire series, not counting the movie, with never-before-seen features like special editions and stuff. It's a really cool set, but sadly, it went out of print quite a while ago. And you're gonna be shoveling out a decent amount of dough to get a copy of that. I bought it when it was, I bought it for $140. But nowadays, I can't find one for less than like $250. And that's for acceptable in the mine's in actually what I would say good condition. I can't think of the one that's like very good condition, I would say. Not like new, and any damage that was on it came from the people before, because I've basically put that thing on the shelf and never touched it. Still not as expensive as that though. That's still the single most expensive thing I've ever bought. Though that's gonna be broken soon, I'm gonna buy a Wii U, so I can play Xenoblade Chronicles X when it comes out. Anybody else pre-order that? I pre-ordered the special edition. And the book, but wrong video. This video is about Transformers. And let's see, will it? Now, leave what you think in the comments, but I'm hoping that it gives me this for a thumbnail. But let's just go back over here. We have the G1s up there. I've always loved that picture. The G1s. I'm sorry for the shaky cam, but I'm holding the flip camera. Like I'm obviously walking around, so I'm holding the flip camera by myself, and it's gonna be shaking quite a bit. So we got all the Transformers, which is my favorite. The G1 is my favorite show of all time, and my favorite movie of all time is the Generation 1 movie, and I can quote that movie almost perfectly. But before we end this off, I have one question. Sorry, for anybody who watches this. Would anybody like a more in-depth review of any of the Transformers? Or pick a collection? Like, I could do a collection of the plushes of the consoles. I would say of my anime or movies, but those are currently boxed up, so if